So we did it. We published enough articles to achieve 100,000 organic sessions in a month for a 12-month-old website. I started this journey back in December of 2020. It has been a long grind that has now succeeded in my eyes. I hit 100,000 sessions per month. The site's monetized with Mediavine. And today I'm going to kind of walk through the statistics of this site, what I've done to grow it, and kind of what are my plans for the future to get to the next stage of traffic growth. So just to kind of recap some things, I've done this on my past videos for the site. This is the second authority website I've ever built. It's in a very competitive niche, and the reason behind that was it's very easy to find a lot of topics to write about for articles. I don't go after competitive topics or phrases. I do go after lower competition keywords, hoping that I rank in the top 3 positions on Google for those phrases, and it can start contributing to the traffic growth right away. I'm not looking for those phrases that are going to get me, tens of thousands of searches a month per article. I don't need that. My model's not based on that. It's pretty much just publish an article, low competition, win that snippet, and potentially bring in maybe a couple hundred visitors a month per article, and then get to publishing the next one. The plan was to do a massive content push all around informational keywords, easier phrases to rank, had the potential of growing the traffic on the site faster, and I hired a team of writers off Upwork, as well as websites like Buy Sell Text. And once I found a team of writers that I was really happy about, I outsourced different categories and clusters to each one of them, and they've all helped contribute to the content growth. And I continue to have a few of those writers still with me now as I'm continuing to grow the site past the 1,000 article mark. So I monetized with Mediavine in the end of September at 50,000 sessions, and everything's just kind of been an upwards growth trend from that point. Word count, so I finally hit 1 million words on the 986 articles that I have published. Average word count is 1,034 words. A lot of the articles I've been publishing recently are anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 words, so more epic pieces of content. And I will continue to publish more articles like that over the next couple months, but still a lot of articles that are going on the site are still going to be around that 1,000 word mark. Just not every article is going to be 1,000 words like they were in the past. The best chart, organic search traffic. So I finally am around the 4,000 sessions per day mark organically on Google. It's continuing to go up a little bit each week. It almost seems like I hit a new level of traffic for that week. It stays rather consistent for the weekdays, goes up a little bit on the weekends, and the next week I almost hit like a new tier of traffic. Hopefully that trend continues. It's almost like Google's beginning to unthrottle my website as it's at the 1 year mark, as there's a lot of authority and trust baked into this domain with the backlinks that I've built up over time. It seems like the plan's going slow, but as long as that trajectory is upwards, things are looking good, and I'm going to stick to the process. Mediavine earnings to the last 30 days. So like I mentioned, I joined at the end of September. This is my second site on Mediavine, and this site has really thrived with the Q4 RPMs, where the last 30 days I'm averaging around a $36 RPM. I've had some days in the mid 40s, around Black Friday, those type of holidays. Some days it gets back down to low 30s, but for the most part, I'm around that $34, $35 mark on a consistent basis. That's going to drop off in January, but I'm still enjoying what it's providing for the month of December, which I'll experience over the next 2 weeks. So I made just over $3,900 just in ads in the last 30 days on 108,000 sessions, which is incredible. I mean, I put around $20,000 to $25,000 worth of content into the site. The fact it's bringing in over $3,900 in ad revenue on a monthly basis is incredible. I can make back that investment in about half a year based on just these numbers. Obviously, RPMs are going to go down, but I'm still expecting this website to grow in traffic. So hopefully that cancels out as we head into the new year with the traffic growth and the declining RPMs to stick around a similar revenue number that I'm seeing here. Historically, I always just kind of keep track of my SerpRobot keyword trackers in my videos. So this is February, March, and April. Feel free to pause these if you want to reference previous time periods. This is June, August, and November. And the big jump from November, which was my last video update, to December, average position is around 14 and a half. I have over 300 keywords in the top 3, over 900 keywords in the top 30. I mean, things are really moving up. I'm adding new keywords to this tracker, which is the reason why you see that number increase on the right. So now it says 978 articles that I've loaded in. I'm just tracking that main keyword phrase for each article. So each article is only be accounted for once on this tracker. It's just to give me an idea of how the website moves with algorithm updates, articles, taking longer in Google to rank. I'm able to kind of see that through this tracker. So this has been one of the best things I've done to track the growth outside of just looking at, organic user growth on a daily, weekly basis. Another great development was there's been a keyword I've been tracking throughout my videos that's had over 12,000 searches a month. I wanted to go after a more competitive keyword and send some backlinks towards it. That actually moved up from position 4 to position 2 now. This just happened today on SerpRobot, so I haven't seen any direct increases in traffic just yet, but there was days when I was ranked 4 or 5 that I was receiving 30 to 40 clicks a day. So hopefully as I'm kind of approaching that number 1 spot, the other longer tail keywords associated with this article will also move up and it'll start contributing to some real traffic growth. It was ranked 15th in June, 7th in August, 4th in November. I have built several links towards this site, but I'm continuing to kind of see where Google puts this article, and I'm gonna potentially send some more links towards it. A lot of these links are just your typical guest post outreach where I'm reaching out to another website, asking them if I can write an article for them, or I have a team of outreachers that do that for me, or a niche edit where it's an existing piece of content. I'm asking them to link back to this article within there. Google Search Console, so you can kind of see the growth over the last 12 months. This is another interesting thing I want to highlight, which is a little different from my past videos. This is one category I have on my website where I have 131 articles published. I have a writer that solely works on these articles. They cost between $15 to $20 per article. You can see the slow traffic growth from when I started publishing this type of content in February or March. And now it's getting close to 400 to 500 visitors a day. There was a huge spike a few weeks ago associated with Black Friday. None of them are buyer intent keywords. They're all informational. There just happened to be a spike during that time, but the growth has continued upwards since then. And I'm going to continue to publish a few articles here every week and expect this cluster to get over to 150 articles very soon. Now, backlinks have really grown over the last couple weeks. Referring domains, almost 200 more referring domains linked back to my site. You see some positive numbers in organic keywords and organic traffic. Domain authority's kind of been rather flat in terms of the domain rating according to Ahrefs, but I really think my site's starting to gain a lot more authority. I'm really starting to acquire more natural organic backlinks. Some are no follow, but some of them are actually some quality do follow links. Different pieces of content I notice are really warranting someone else to link to the piece of content that promotes something that may be more informational and more statistic based. So I'm trying to think about that too as I kind of plan my next batch of articles for my writers. What content can I publish that attracts links so I don't have to always worry about spending money doing outreach, and sources like Haro help a reporter out to acquire more solid links. 14 articles away from 1,000. I'm probably going to hit that in the next week. I do have a few articles back from my writers today that I plan to publish and upload. I'm really excited about that front. I'm going to keep going with Haro. 2 little developments on Haro. The first part of it is I'm actually answering a few questions on Haro myself. Hopefully that continues the next couple of weeks by me acquiring a few links to see some positive results from my efforts. I did acquire one link that was a DA70 plus, required me to do an email interview. Took about 30 minutes of my time, wasn't too bad, but it was a really solid link that I got back. But I'm also paying a freelancer to go acquire Haro links for me, and I'm paying them roughly $100 for every link that they successfully acquire. I'm going to continue to build a brand. This goes from building up my social media presence, seeing what other type of link building opportunities I can do, where I have somebody maybe doing some pieces of content for my website that will attract more links. Just trying to think about how I can create more content that gets my website more widely known and spread around the internet. Things are going really well with publishing content, so I just want to continue to grow that authority so this content can bake into Google, have some juice attached to it in terms of page rank, and continue to have these articles climb slowly over time. I think it's a pretty good update. I'm really happy where the site's gone in 12 months. If you look back on some of the original videos on my channel when I was monitoring traffic at 5, 10, 50 visitors a day, I tried to remain optimistic, but it was frustrating. I was trying to remain committed to the process, documenting the journey. But at this point now, receiving over 4,000 organic sessions per day just proves that this philosophy really does work. I'm publishing really good content that is helpful to its readers, provides short answers, clear and concise. My articles are very well formatted with a high quality picture that I use from deposit photos. It's good content. It's helping the reader. I'm not spending tons of time, tons of money, tons of effort making it the best piece of content on the internet, but it's content that's adding value to the readers. I'm going to continue to publish that piece of content, and we'll see how far I can grow this website. I'm really excited about how this journey's worked out. It's been a successful case study, 1 year down, and let's see kind of how the next year goes. I'm looking forward to a very exciting 2022. Thanks again for everyone who's been following along. Appreciate it.